Let me put you on some genius open source applications. With this free AI assistant called Type Assist, you can write better, get smart answers, replies, fix errors in text, rewrite paragraphs, and much more. And it's so easy to use, you just type something and add a command. For instance, I type, give me 5 Asian countries and their capitals, and I add the command .ta. And right there I have the answer. Or I intentionally write a sentence with bad grammar and spelling and I add the command .g, and it instantly fixes it. There are other commands like .polite and .casual to rewrite sentences either in a friendly or formal way. You can also improve your writings with .improve command for quality and clarity. There's even a translation command. All you need to do is allow the accessibility permission and also set up API by adding a Gemini API key, which is a simple process laid out in the application for you to follow. It works in the background, it's very useful, so feel free to check it out. For a modern offline music player application, check out Pixel Player, first called Pixel Play. It is a fully Material 3 expressively designed application and it looks incredible. To be honest, the initial release was pretty bare bones, but recent releases of course has made it better. More features added, some little animations, support for lyrics, you can search or import. Sliding to change track is smooth with this carousel picking style. It's got a categorized search page for all your local tracks and it's easy to access folders, which was missing in the initial release. And here in the library, you can reorder the tabs to your preference. More on the function, there is Daily Mix, which is a random shuffle made into a playlist, and beneath it, it also shows stats, total plays and more. And in the settings, you can customize appearance, playback, including crossfade for smooth transition between tracks. It is really promising as it's constantly being updated, but it has an amazing UI. Definitely try it out if you haven't already. And here is a super lightweight but useful application I found. It is called Boost X, and all it does is increasing media volume exceeding the phone's default 100%. And it really works, especially with headphones. It can first control the default volume and there is the boost slider too. It requires no permission, you just install and it just works. You should be careful though if you have headphones on because this thing powers the volume up. And in excess, it can harm speakers and even your hearing. If you dig the concept of minimal launchers, check out Escape Launcher. This one goes really simple and minimal with a homepage of just the clock, and you can also add your favorite applications, typical of a minimal launcher. You can choose to add widgets on the home screen, but that kind of ruins the minimal home screen. Swipe left to enter the app drawer, which has a search bar as well. Swipe right for stats on phone and app usage, and once you tap on the clock, it opens the alarm. Long press anywhere on the screen to open the settings, where you can change the alignment of the clock in your favorite applications. And you can enable or disable app screen time tracking. It comes with a Material U theme, and there are more themes available on the colors. It's a pretty clean launcher to help you stay productive and avoid distractions. On the topic of avoiding distractions, a more polished productivity-focused application you should check out is Reef. It is a clean app designed to help you focus, track sessions, track usage, create routines and more. And you'll definitely love to come back to it every time, especially with this lovely Material U interface. It has several preset times for focus and rest. Here at the Focus tab, you can create routines too. You get to schedule for daily or weekly or specific days. And in every routine, you can add applications that should be tracked and limited on usage. So for example, you can create a work routine and add TikTok to set limits for it. And you can create as many routines as you want for work, rest, workout, meditation and more. There's also this app usage tab, and here you can get to view phone usage for the current day or week, and you can go in detail for apps and add daily usage limits. Overall, it's a nice productivity application that can be useful. I've been using this open source keyboard application for a couple of months now, and I finally want to show you. It is called Urik. On the surface, it didn't look way different from Gboard, plus it even got themes similar to it. The rounded keys, ability to add the number row. The only difference was the position of the emoji key and the symbols key, but it's not really a big deal. You can adjust the keyboard size and the label size too. Function-wise, it is solid in its own way. It supports swipe typing, which is cool. There is text suggestion and a robust auto-correction feature which you can disable. it supports several common languages, it supports clipboard, and copied text actually do not disappear even after days, unless you long press on the symbols key which brings up the clipboard, and then you tap on the Xbox to remove them, acting more than pinned, but you can still pin copied text too. And it does not have dictionary. It feels kinda rigid a little compared to the flexibility of Gboard, to be honest, and sometimes registering clicks or swipes has its own issues. But I think it's cool overall. I'm sure these little issues will be looked at as it usually gets updated. And if you love open source applications more, check out Orion Store. It's a lovely looking application store curated with free and open source apps, from common popular ones to even the new ones. And for each application, there are screenshots, which is great. You can visit the repository on the GitHub page, plus you can directly download from here or even update previously installed applications. Apps are also categorized like utility, privacy, media, development, social, education, and more, so you can explore deeper on that front. On the dock below here, you can also view open source applications for PC as well, so not just for mobile, also with screenshots and app descriptions, and then for TV too. It is pretty solid, and the UI, as I mentioned, is very nice and modern. Similar to Orion Store is Github Store, also curated with a bunch of free and open source applications. Now this one comes as a lifesaver for those who cannot find their way on the app's repository on GitHub. And to be honest, navigation on there is some way. So here you can view everything on the repository as well, but neatly organized, and you will definitely find where you must click to install applications, which has been a problem for some. At least I get asked about that a lot. It presents all details and screenshots, available platforms you can download from, and not just the trending applications. It is updated with new ones too, and there is this button which you can still tap to visit the app's repository on GitHub. You can search for applications, make them favorites, and yeah, that is it for this application. A real problem solver. Moving on, we have App Lock, which, as the name suggests, it enables locks on applications. Yeah, so within it, you just choose applications you want to lock, and there is no limitation on the number of applications you choose. Once you allow all the necessary permissions and set the PIN, you will have to unlock before entry into any application you've chosen. Or you can opt for fingerprint unlock. You can choose the application to lock immediately you leave it, or let it lock after some minutes. It takes it further by blocking uninstallation of the app itself, which can be good for security. So in case you need an app locker of some sort and your phone does not have it, or it's limited on features, you can try out this one. And then we have Toolbox, which is an application that comes with so many useful tools, in some ways preventing the need to install other applications to perform certain tasks. There is characters copy, which lets you copy symbols which cannot be found on the keyboard. You get file encryption, password generator, percentage calculator, QR code generator, timer, URL shortener, and even national anthem player, which can play any country's anthem right here. The tools are so many, and there are even categories for them. For easy access to specific tools, there is also search. It is a free application you must definitely have on your phone.
Check this out. When I unlock my phone, it shows this animation effect on the wallpaper. And it's not a built-in feature, at least on the Samsung I have. Apparently, it's an effect on nothing phones. And with this app called NOSAtmosphereEffect, you can have it on your non-nothing Android device running on Android 13 and above. And setting it up is very easy. There are two transition effects. One that blurs the wallpaper after the transition from the initial sharpness, and the second one which sharpens back the image to normal after the initial blur effect. So with the current effect, I went with the second one called the reverse atmosphere, and look how nice and smooth it is. I feel I haven't even used the perfect wallpaper for this effect, but it still looks cool. I'm sure other wallpapers will look way cooler. But yeah, that's it. No hidden permissions required. The only one needed is storage to be able to fetch the wallpapers. So try it out and let me know if it works on your phone too. If you juggle between AI tools a lot, check out AI Hub. It is curated with several AI tools to assist you in many tasks. You get Grok, ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Lumo, Claude, Perplexity, Gemini, Copilot, Reef, and so much more. And the good thing is, you don't need an account to start working. They just start working once you tap and load. And for privacy, trackers and ads are blocked by default in the app settings. One of the essential category of applications everyone must have on their smartphone is weather applications. And check out Prognoza. It's a simple, beautiful weather app. First of all, it is labor, so it's completely free and open source and gives you forecasts for today and upcoming days. You can switch between light and dark themes, and if you're under 12 and above, the app even matches your system color. What actually stands out in this app is the minimal design. The layout is so clean and simple. It doesn't request location permission. You only have to enter a location and the weather information comes up. It supports a couple of weather data providers, so if you care about privacy and just want to check the weather without the app knowing exactly where you are, this one is for you. Sometimes a notification in the notification panel or in the background hardly triggers you to take action. You sometimes don't even bother opening your phone to check it out, so for an effective reminder system, check out Remind Me. This app blasts a full screen reminder whether phone screen is on or off, and it's just simple and straightforward application with no hidden settings. You just tap the plus button to add your tasks, add descriptions and details. You can set it to repeat daily, weekly or specific intervals, and for a function like this, I think little daily task reminders is the best use cases, especially if you do get busy daily, yet you have to see to little tasks like throwing out the trash, sending an important email or message, little but important stuff you must see to during the day. Remind Me can help you with that. It uses the system alarm notification, so just allow the permission for it to appear on top and you are good to go. Do Not Disturb has come a long way as a very effective feature on our phones, as we all know, with the ability to even add schedules, choose whether to only block notification pop-ups but keep the notification in the status bar and the notification panel, even selecting applications to override it. However, one more feature not available on most phones is the ability to automatically enable Do Not Disturb when you open certain applications. Like for example, you open your PDF reading application and the phone automatically enters Do Not Disturb. If it's something you are looking for, then check out AutoDND. It is a very simple, lightweight application which lets you select to add applications, so once you launch those apps, the phone enters Do Not Disturb automatically based on the system Do Not Disturb settings you've set. You can see the icon in the status bar as well, and immediately you leave those applications, Do Not Disturb automatically gets disabled. The app quietly works in the background. Just select the apps and that's it. You won't get bothered with notifications when you are busy focused in a particular application. For a reliable habit tracking application, here is a simple one for you. It is called Norm, and there is not much going on here. All you need to do is add the habits like daily workout or taking a walk, reading a book, 5 pages per day, call mom daily or weekly, and a bunch more. Customize it with colors, schedule for daily, weekly or monthly, add reminders, and that's it. You can tap to expand and view your progress, and my best feature being the home screen widget. You can add it and it has all the habits on it. It is available on both the Play Store and Github with links in the video description. You know, waiting around for app updates can be frustrating, but updates are also important, especially on applications installed from outside the Play Store. So I use this application called APKUpdater to make sure I always have the latest versions of apps to install. It pulls updates from everywhere: APK Mirror, Aptoid, F-Droid, GitHub, APK Pure, and even Google Play itself. And it's not just for updates, you can also search for new applications across all those platforms too. It is fully compatible with Android 5 to Android 14, and you can schedule background checks for updates, get notified automatically, and if the source allows it, it can install updates for you directly. It even shows you from which source the update is from for each application. The interface looks great with Material 3 design, light and dark themes, and full Material U integration if you are on Android 12 or above. And the best part, there are no ads, no trackers, and it's completely free. Quick Novel is a modern Material 3 expressively designed application for reading ebooks. The app allows you to download novels from several providers which you can find on the application's GitHub page. You can search, explore novels in various categories. Organization here is great. You have the download, reading, on hold, plan to read, completed and dropped tabs here at the bottom with the search, history, and explore beneath them. You can import novels to read as well, so there is that variety. In the app, you get many novels. It offers a clean reading interface, and on the reading page, you can view chapters, allow text to speech, so you have the novel read out for you. And in the reading settings, there is a lot here too. You can change the background, the text appearance like font size, margin, the text to speech pitch and speed. It even shows battery percentage here, so in case you are logged in a full screen reading, you have a look at that. Check out this next useful tool called Scanly. It uses AI to extract text from images, whether directly from the camera to scan text or import images, PDFs, and other documents. with a copy button to easily copy. It also takes things a step further by again using AI to translate the extracted text right here to other languages, which you can also copy. And there are several languages available. Additionally, you get to scan barcodes and QR codes here and copy whatever information is on there. The interface is clean and well organized. You can view previous extractions. The only downside is for the free tier, you will have to wait for a minute to be able to use AI to translate text to another language again after you do a translation. And there is countdown for that. Aside that, it's a pretty useful tool which is free to install. I'm sure we've all seen similar applications like this before, where you can hide files behind disguised calculator applications, and this one called Calculator Hide File application does it better. First off, I love the modern Material 3 design in both light and dark themes, and it will function normally as a basic calculator. And when you enter your password, which you set from the beginning, then you get access to the hidden vault. Here you can create custom folders, not like the similar applications which already has folders created. With that, you just have to bundle stuff together. Here, even with images, you can create separate folders, taking organization a step further. To add files here, you have to know the password, meaning you cannot add files outside here, like sharing it to the app. You must be here to tap the plus button to add, and that is great. In the settings, you can disable screenshots within the app and also choose to encrypt files when hiding them. And don't forget, it's a calculator application, that's it. Let me know some lesser known useful open source applications you use and I'll check it out. If you made it to this part of the video, drop a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel for more app review videos like this. And as always, thank you for watching.